Hey guys, so we're finally back with another Vancouver versus Toronto video.
And I know you guys have been waiting a long time for this, so we'll be comparing the cost of living between the two cities.
So before we get started, I just wanted to point out that this video will be mainly based on our own personal experiences, so your experience with each city may vary.
Keep in mind that the minimum wage in Toronto is $14 in comparison to
Vancouver's minimum wage is only $12.65. First things first, we're going to be getting into the housing and rent for Vancouver and Toronto. So if you're a student coming into Vancouver, you can expect to be paying $1,400 per month for a 2-bedroom basement, which is usually furnished. And if you want an apartment, you can usually get one for $2,200 for also a 2-bedroom, which is also usually furnished. So usually this price can get you something that's more towards the center of the city, so that's really convenient if you want to go grocery shopping, eat out at like a food court or restaurants. Also, it's really easy for you to get to school. You can probably take like the SkyTrain, any other sort of public transit, or even like Car2Go or Moto, anything like that.
For students coming to the Greater Toronto area, you can expect the prices to be a little bit cheaper. So for right now, for a 2-bedroom basement that's furnished, I'm spending $1,400 a month, including the utilities and amenities. However, last year when I lived in an apartment, I paid $2,000 a month for a 2-bedroom furnished apartment. So for the two places I lived, it was especially easy for me to get to schools and campus, and it was pretty easy for me to get to restaurants and to grocery stores as well.
So now we're going to be talking about how much we usually spend eating out, such as at restaurants or buying groceries. So for Vancouver, there is a PST of 7% and a GST of 5%. One major pro for Vancouver is that if you're a huge foodie, which means you like to go out and eat a lot, then you'll only be paying the GST, which is only 5% for food. Another pro for Vancouver is that there's a tax exempt for child clothing, so basically that takes out the PST, which is 7%. Lucky for me, I currently live at home, so my parents pay for all of my groceries. However, if I'm going to eat out, I spend around under $100 per week.
Alright, so for Toronto, the PST is 8% and the GST is again 5%. One negative for Ontario is that the 13% tax is applicable to almost everything and almost every services. So if you're going out for food, you're paying 13%. If you're going for groceries, you're paying 30%. Literally everything is basically 13% tax, which is pretty high compared to Vancouver. And as for the child tax exempt, rather than just the clothing, it also applies to the children books, the children booster seats, and other necessities for kids. And that's a tax exempt of 8% PST. Because I'm living alone right now, I'm paying for my own groceries, and I spend around $150 on groceries every 1 to 2 weeks. So you're looking around $300, $350 a month. And I don't usually eat out much, but when I do, I spend around $25 just for myself because of that high 13% tax.
So last but not least, the gas in Vancouver is extremely expensive. So at Vancouver's peak, it's probably around $1.60 per liter, and currently at its cheapest, it's about $1.20. So for me, I drive a regular sedan, I drive to school and work every single day, so I pay about $70 to $80 per week for a full tank.
So gas in Toronto is a lot cheaper. At the highest, it's around $1.20 per liter, and at the lowest, it can get to as low as 90 cents per liter. So to give you guys a better idea, when I live in Vancouver and I daily drive my sports car, it's about $85 for a full tank of gas, and sometimes I have to fill up twice a week. So you're looking at around maybe like $160 to $200. When I'm in Toronto, I don't drive here, but when I do go with my friends, they fill up for around $60 to $65 a week. And so in comparison, it's about a $20, $25 difference just to fill up a tank of gas. As you guys saw, the cost of living between the two cities are fairly similar, with Vancouver being slightly more expensive overall, especially when you take into account the lower minimum wage in BC.
Let us know what you guys want us to see us compare next between Vancouver and Toronto. Like, comment, and subscribe because we'll be having a lot more of these videos coming out really soon.